threw out a bit of a pressure on both teams to try and redeem themselves. If you look at
very enthusiastic rendition of the Seychelles national anthem as the two teams greet each other in front of the match officials today before we get underway with the night. As far as the Nigerians are concerned, well, 4 changes made from the side that lost against Argentina in their final pool match in Group D at the FIFA World Cup Finals in Russia 2018. Awazien, Chidozie in as is Odion Ighalo. Samuel Kalu comes into the lineup, as does Odion Ighalo. There is no place for Victor Moses and Mikel Obi, who didn't make the trip down south, and also Ajay is on the bench, as well as Peter Itebo. Two captains then in the middle of the park with our match referee for today, who is the Kenyan Davis Omowino, who is a 33-year-old international official for the past 8 seasons, and he's been pretty busy in his 8-year international career. African champions, CAF Champions League.
Bringing a surprise.
Very warm temperatures indeed in Victoria today as the match referee gets us underway for 90 minutes of football. We are at the Linate Stadium in Victoria on the island of the Seychelles. The artificial surface, it is the Seychelles against Nigeria. Seychelles in red, playing from left to right, and the Nigerian side defending the southern end of the Linate Stadium. And immediately there's a little bit of a porridge forward as the Nigerians will want to Elche in Spain. Looks to be very much in control of matters for Nigeria at the moment, and they'd be bitterly disappointed if they weren't able to get the ball in the back of the net, which if you had to put bets on the game, if you were a betting man, you would fancy it sooner rather than later, and the Super Eagles would open the scoring. Well, there we go, as we say. Open the scoring indeed, and it's Musa Ahmed himself, the captain, who will deliver the goods. Strong shot indeed, no chance for Dave Musad. And Nigeria lead by a goal to 0.
We've been saying that the Nigerian team have been probing the willingness, the appetite to want to try and pull the trigger. And we've been saying anything can happen. This is like a goal out of nothing. Yes, it was set up, but look at the technique. Such beauty. The goalkeeper didn't know what happened. Well taken shot. Beauty at all round. And look at the forest of defenders that I was talking about from Seychelles that could not deal with that. But as for this man, he is happy. Ahmed Musa, well taken shot.
Well, he should be happy as well, for conceivably by the end of the afternoon it could be South Africa 6, Libya, Nigeria 3 points each, and Seychelles at the bottom of the table after 2 rounds. But there's still plenty of football to come, another 4 rounds of football. Nigeria still has to visit South Africa, and South Africa still have to play away in Libya and double matches against the Seychelles, who in fact Seychelles will play away in South Africa on the 10th of October, and Nigeria at home against Libya, which could be an important match to determine who will finish in second spot if South Africa wins against the Libyans today. Foul there on Kelechi Iheanacho. He's signaling there was an elbow in his face, and Seychelles will face a free kick.
I think it was a well-worked ball, and I understand it was definitely a foul, but it works to Nigeria's advantage. They've seen the frailties that exist in terms of the goalkeeping department for Seychelles in Dave Musad, and I don't think any goalkeeper could have saved that one, which was converted by Ahmed Musa. But now it's a real test for the goalkeeper again. if this ball goes on target. I want to see his reflexes.
Set these opportunities. Practiced in the training ground, no doubt. It is a true enough surface to be able to pick the ball up from, so shouldn't be any difficulty with the delivery. Match referee making 100% sure that the players are back. He doesn't have his tin of shaving cream today. Through the wall, off the post, rebound, tucked in the back of the net. As easy as you like. Nigeria go 2 up.
What was I talking about? Reflexes from the keeper? That I would like to see that. How strategic that foul was for Nigeria. And the variation. Normally, in situations like that, you would have expected the ball to be played higher. No, not played higher. But it was within reach of the keeper. They'd beaten him, but we thought, no, the upright had saved him, but not the case, because second time around, well converted. More like pass the ball into the net, and that's what they did. And 2-0, that's the score so far. And that man, Awazien Collins, with the goal.
Well, number 20, right-sided fullback, scores past the goalkeeper. I don't know if it's a goal scorer so far.
The challenge for Seychelles is, what do you do? Do you defend to avoid conceding more goals? Or do you start taking risks and attack more to try and, you know, reduce the scoreline?
Chidozie Awazien, just 21 years old, in his 5th international, scores his 1st international goal. We'll be happy with that situation. And another effort, it's caught offside, and this time it's Brian Uti, and an opportunity once again for Daryl Pamod. It's a nice turn from Pamod. Little touch in the middle of his back by Kenneth Amaruo, and the referee takes exception. It goes to the pocket for the first time.
Finally, we see the robustness of this game, you know, where you see tackles flying. It's been all smooth and pretty much clean, and we suddenly see this yellow card. And guess who? The leaders themselves, the Nigerian team, and Kenneth Amaruo getting a yellow. He was a couple of seconds late, beaten by that man. We're talking here, Parel Damon. Good pace there. Because it's all about embarrassment that this is a team that have been dominating in terms of possession.
24 years old, playing in his 42nd international match. The man who plays in Lejourné in Spain. But maybe now we'll see a little bit of a test, and what sort of goalkeeping skill is Francis Azoo left in the bag, because we're only 10 seconds away from first half stoppage time. Are we going to see him being tested? Is the ball going to stand its ground? The referee says watch out for those arms that are in close proximity to where the delivery of the ball could potentially come. 1 minute of time added on. Gavin Jean, the coach of the Seychelles, getting a little bit excited because his team's not getting on with it. And well, he can't get on with it until the referee gives his okay. Space towards the back post, and that's easily defended by Nigeria, to be honest. And missed opportunity by Benoit Marie.
Was it well defended, or was it because the technique to hit the ball wasn't right? Because in situations like that, you probably either try and keep it back into play, but he will say something different. That's Benoit Marie.
Fans getting excited about the prospect, as it is the Seychelles who break away, and looking again up towards Nelson Lawrence and company. The man has just picked up a yellow card from Ruo, doing enough to hold off the defence. And in the picture, Daryl Pamod, who won that free kick a few moments ago.
He's starting to believe. He wants the crowd to rally behind them. I thought the Vuvuzelas are in South Africa only.
First corner kick of the match then for the Seychelles. They're looking for some options here. The 1 minute added on by the referee incidentally has the left. And there's a bit of space open on the left-hand side, and that shot is against his own teammate from Daryl Pema, but I think the offside flag was up anyway.
It was offside.
Wouldn't have counted. It's been, well, I can't exactly say entertaining first half, because there's only been one side that's really been in it.
Efficient. Maybe we could say that. It's a good call. It was definitely offside.
Yeah, I think Nigeria have been efficient. I think they've kept a lot of energy in the bag, that's for sure. And Seychelles are playing mostly on the defensive until the second goal came from Chidozie. And then they started to play a little bit more attacking football, got a couple of free kicks. But it is Nigeria who lead at half-time at the Linate Stadium in Victoria. Goals from Musa and Chidozie. And Seychelles have a lot of work to do. It's Nigeria at half-time who lead the Seychelles by 2-0. Nigeria looking for all sorts of angles. It's a bit of an opportunity in front of goal. Again, the Seychelles defence manages to stand their ground, and Samuel Kalu looking for a way through on that occasion.
Slices through that defense with ease and pace as well. Plays a very tricky ball in between the defenders.
Musa Ahmed into the middle, and again the defense is made by the side in red. But look how they're lining up here, the Super Eagles, to have a shot, and that one goes wide of the target from Odion Ighalo.
Have been dominant. Nigeria probing, not giving up. I think what's encouraging.
Well, there we go. As we say, open the scoring indeed, and it's Musa Ahmed himself, the captain, who will deliver the goods. Strong shot indeed. No chance for Dave Musard. Nigeria lead by 1-0.
We've been saying that the Nigerian team have been probing the willingness, the appetite to want to try and pull the trigger, and we've been saying anything can happen.
Looking for opportunities again on the outside of the box, over the top from Nigeria this time. And, this time it is Kelechi Iheanacho.
They're so intent on pulling the trigger around that area. You can't blame them. They've got something to show for it. Only this one was not on target.
Through the wall, off the post, rebound, tucked in the back of the net. As easy as you like. Nigeria go 2 up.
Normally, in situations like that, you would have expected the ball to be played higher. No, not played higher. But it was within reach of the keeper. They'd beaten him, but we thought, no, the upright had saved him, but not the case, because second time around, well converted.
Well, you can't get onto them until the referee gives his okay. Space towards the back post, and that's easily defended by Nigeria, to be honest. And welcome you back to the Linate Stadium in Victoria on the island of the Seychelles, as the match refereeing panel, Mr. Davis Owino with his compatriot, Mr. Sheriot, and Mr. Sonko from Uganda, who come out into the middle of the artificial pitch to get the second half of this African Cup of Nations 2019 qualifier back underway. We are in Group E this afternoon, and the second round of matches taking place 15 months after the opening round of matches got underway, with both of these sides on the losing end of their opening matches. 5-1, the Seychelles losing to Libya. 2-0, Nigeria at home against South Africa's Bafana Bafana. There is Francis Zoho, who had, I don't know if you can call it an intervention, but he had one part to play during the first half when the cross was gathered up above the attackers from the Seychelles. But I must say, Brian, despite the goals from Musa and Chidozie, the Seychelles have decided halfway, well, maybe just after the half-hour mark in the first half, that they were going to start playing some attacking football. They were already down by 2-0. And it was interesting and enterprising to see that the Seychelles decided to change their game plan and go on to the offensive.
That's the only option they have, Kev, and it's that man. We're talking Farrell Damont, who was encouraging the fans and his teammates to say, come on, guys, we can do it.
Underway for the second half of this encounter, 45 minutes away from the final whistle then. It's Musa and Awazien who scored the goals for Nigeria. And if you've only just joined us, then I can tell you that on both occasions, the shot from Musa ricocheting off the underside of the crossbar off the keeper and into the net, and the free kick from Kelechi Iheanacho coming off the right-hand upright of the goal of Dave Mussard, and back into play, only to be converted by Chidozie Awazien. So maybe a bit of good fortune for the Nigerians.
But I guess they would want to have more fortune, to say we've scored 2 in the first half, can we go on to score 2 more?
Even at this early stage of the competition, 6 matches to be played, home and away, 3 at home, 3 away from all of the sides in all of the groups, and the top 2 qualifying then for Cameroon 2019. And again, if you just joined us, first time the African Cup of Nations will be played in June and July. In recent times, there's many of them that have been played in the month of January and sometimes even in February, as Daryl Pamard once again causing problems for the defense of Nigeria, and the referee coming across to have a chat this time to Awazien, one of the goal scorers for the Super Eagles.
And it's the same man. That's the man that's been causing problems for the Nigerian team, and we're talking about Pharrell Damont. He's taking the initiative, he's taking them on.
Just a little bit of a breeze blowing. We were expecting the breeze to be blowing at 23 kilometers per hour. I don't think it's anywhere near that strong, although the humidity is still pretty high as we move into the early stages of evening, and 79% humidity. But enterprising start to the second half from the Seychelles, who have themselves a set piece. Match referee will come across, no doubt, and address that situation. A bit of argument going on there between Warren Melly and a couple of the Nigerian players. See Wilfred and Didi getting involved in that little situation as well, but there's a big conglomeration of players from both sides, and I don't think Nigeria would be too happy if they conceded a goal in this sort of situation. But this is football, and in international football, things of this nature do happen. It's not going to happen this time around, though.
What is encouraging in the second half, it's the initiatives that Seychelles are taking. They're surging more forward, forcing Nigeria to make fouls and hoping to benefit from set play. And it's a chance missed. Something that they need to do better and try and hit the target. Bernard Esther
doesn't participate in the African Cup of Nations between 1957 and 1988. The first time they qualified was in 1992. Then they withdrew from the competition, withdrew in 1996 as well, when the tournament was held in South Africa. I can't remember whether that was in protest or not. But by that stage, South Africa was a fully fledged democracy, although albeit only 2 years into it. Didn't enter in 2000 and 2002, didn't qualify the next couple of seasons. But here comes Nigeria on the attack again. Nice little footwork from Kalu. And, well, Musa managed to grab one this time.
Reflexes. He's got some good reflexes. He's shown us what he can do. Look at this catch. Yes, it's a delightful ball, tricky for the keeper. But as for the agility, that reflexes from Tigard, I mean, he does well there. Gobbles that ball. But then he breathes heavily after that. Good catch. I like the tension. I mean, that's what you want to see in this game.
Well, yellow card here to Perry Munai, because I think there was an elbow used on Francis Zoho. Zoho was complaining about that situation, and suddenly you have a bit of emotion in the match, which if the referee controls it properly, it's not a bad thing.
No, it's not. But that was a definite foul from Perry Munai.
One yellow card apiece. Don't forget it was Kenneth Omeruo who picked up a yellow card for Nigeria during the first half. And again, we have this sort of play from Nigeria where they're not in any great hurry to get on with things. They lead by 2-0. It's enough to pick up the 3 points, enough to get them to a 0 goal difference as well. The match coming up against Libya at home in around about a month's time, so on the 10th of October. And a strong piece of defending there from Jones Joubert, who is the captain of the side.
You're spot on to talk about not conceding. talking Nigeria this time, to say if they are to try and catch up with the likes of South Africa, Libya, they've got to make sure they don't concede.
Ball across the area by Samuel Kalu. It hasn't dropped out of play yet. Dropping back to see about the clearance is Jude Nancy. Might be able to clear the ball away. Not too far though. Nigeria playing a pretty high line at the moment, almost similar to what we saw during the first half. Now some switch play once again.
You know, sometimes it may look easy when you play against a team or a nation that doesn't seem to have a proper structure and not coordinated in terms of how they play. It can be frustrating when you've assembled such a good team, and I'm talking Nigeria with such a good team that they've assembled. Yes, they are leading, but at the end of it, you look at them and say, are they playing beautiful football? It's not so easy. I think at the end of the day, it's more like having to do the business. They've scored the 2 goals.
Well, absolutely, and the damage certainly has been done so far. Dowo looking for some action. Again, it's a little bit of switch play. Bounce of the ball to Kalu. There was an appeal for a handball. Defender did his job well. Jones Juper, he's on the right-hand side of the defence. Still looking for those snap efforts. Still a packed penalty area from the Seychelles. Still there's no way through. And now the Pirates decide that offence is the best form of sorting this situation out and getting themselves maybe onto the score sheet. Daryl Pamard runs out of space.
He's the one player who's determined to have a go at the Nigerian defence. The defence, of course, meant by Ballon Leon Aderemi. Quite an imposing figure at centre-back position.
The Seychelles did manage to pull a goal back against Libya. It was a consolation goal right on the stroke of 90 minutes by Korali, who's not in the starting lineup today. He's also not amongst the substitutes. Leroy Korali is a 29-year-old striker, and he did play at the Safa Cup in South Africa in May this year. Again, the referee being called into action. Here we have seen a little bit of emotion spilling over. Iheanacho looking to get into the mix there with a chat, and Samuel Kalu as well. And the referee from Kenya just having a word to the players and saying to them, listen, just calm it down a fraction. Completely unnecessary.
Deliberate. He was hoping that it would look smart in the end.
Now the Seychelles have a bit of space down that right-hand channel. Good spotted defending as well from Dowo. They do have a little bit of pace. That's Kenneth Omer Ruo.
They've got something to do at the back. They're being hustled.
Nigeria back to their normal way of playing. Odion Ighalo and Wilfred Ndidi in the pocket for the Super Eagles, who looking very confident and comfortable. Yes, we spoke about the amount of matches that are coming up in the next 2 months. 10th and 13th of October, and then a month later in November. So lots of footballing action still to come, and the final round of matches in March of 2019, same year in which the tournament will play its finals in the Cameroon. The ball picked up easily there by Awazien inside to Leon Bulland. Another opportunity for Ahmed Musa. Dave Moussard uses the legs this time.
Doing well. Tricky ball to deal with, but good combination play. Always a tricky ball, but he did well, the keeper, Dave Moussard.
Kalu and company making himself available. Awazien had stayed up for the corner. Here's a chance for Kalu to run at the defense. Penalty.
Given.
Yes.
Given.
Bit of a surprise on the face of Collins Esther, but I don't think there's too much doubt, Brian.
No, no doubt at all. And he was smart about it. We'll have a look at it once more. Watch this. Fertile land. Definitely fouled. He could have played the cross earlier, but he knew what was coming his way, trying to get something out of it, and it paid off. Just when the energy levels were raising from Seychelles to try and attack. Now this.
Nigeria with Odion Ighalo to go 3-0 up, as easy as you like. A keeper goes the wrong way, and Ighalo will have himself an international goal, and well done to him as well. It's his 5th goal in his 23rd match. The 29-year-old who plays in China at Changchun Yatai, and the Nigerian travelling supporters understandably are happy with that.
Cool, calm finish. Waited for the keeper, Dave Musad, to commit to his left-hand side, and he goes to the right-hand side of the keeper. Well taken.
That is well taken, and Nigeria open their account in the second half of the match. 57th minute penalty from Ighalo, and the Super Eagles lead by 3 goals to 0, which will take them into positive territory as far as their goal difference is concerned. 3 points appear to be in the bag. Not taking anything for granted, and certainly not disrespecting the Seychelles by any way, but when you lead by 2-0 at half-time and 3-0 12 minutes into the second half and on the attack most of the time, then not quite a fait accompli, but pretty close to it. Balogan looking to make the clearance for the Super Eagles. Both South Africa and Libya, who play each other in KwaZulu-Natal, in Durban on the east coast. Side from Iheanacho. No free kick, says the referee, as the Nigerian player was deemed to go down too quickly, and then Iheanacho coming back with the unfair challenge on Munai, and the referee's gone to the pocket again, and it'll be a second card for a Nigerian player.
There's more retaliation because he felt that his teammate was fouled, and Kelechi Iheanacho, that's the man that got booked. It was more retaliation. This is a definite foul, because immediately when the referee blew the whistle, he went to the referee and said, but you ignored the other foul, the earlier foul. But then again, position-wise, they were unlocked in that midfield. They were not solid.
Substitution time then. It's the Seychelles will make their first change. It's Nelson Lawrence who is going to make way, and Colin Bibi who will come on in his place.